So good morning. I'm back again. This is my daughter, Eris. I'm back to talk about my heroin addiction. I've been sober 5 months now. I have picked up the habit of smoking, and I quit for a little bit, but I picked it back up. But it's like I traded one for the other, but not really. It's not that bad. But I said I was going to film at the methadone clinic. I have yet to, because I go early in the morning, so I forget. But this is my beautiful daughter, and I missed most of her first months of being born. I started heroin May of 2017, and she was around 6 months. So I barely got clean this year, so her first months were the end of her first year. I wasn't really there. I would leave my parents' house, go on the streets with my ex-boyfriend, and then I would go home and see my kids, every like 2 to 3 weeks. And one of the reasons why I'm clean, she just totally wet me. One of the reasons why I'm clean is because I would see her at my parents' house, and I realized that she wasn't better off without me. And I started realizing that they need me in their life. And she just needs me. And one of the things of being on drugs, I didn't want to be around my family. And I was on meth and heroin, so I would act really different. So I missed her first birthday, and just the other day I bought a cake, and we put candles and we celebrated her birthday because I missed her first birthday, which is really sad. But I try not to punish myself for any of that. I just am trying to move on from that and realize, I just made bad decisions when I was on drugs, and hopefully I don't make them anymore. She is just the cutest thing. She's crazy. She has me up and down. I'm really thankful that my track marks are gone. All but one. I have this one on my hand that you can see, but my arms were really, really bad. The reason why I used was because of my abuse when I was younger, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, I really abused drugs too because of my ex-boyfriend. He's been doing meth all of his life, and he really burned his bridges with everybody he knew. So he was always on the streets, and I felt bad for him not having anywhere to go, so I would stay with him on the streets. He would find abandoned houses, abandoned apartments, and we would stay there. And I've never been in trouble with the law. I've never done anything like that, so it was new to me, and it was exciting at that moment. I was really scared every time we got into an abandoned place, but we would stay like a month at a time, and they always had power, so it was really weird. I never knew that life until I was on drugs, and it was awful. We had the basic necessities, but we really didn't eat. All we did was drugs, and just, it was awful. just the things that I would do while I was high. When I was before, when I was sober, I would always be with women, and then when I was on drugs, I was with men, and that's why I have 3 kids. Thank God that I didn't get pregnant in this relationship, because that would have been awful. And that's why I believe there is a God, because He blessed me with my daughter, and she saved my life. My kids saved my life. And another reason why I believe there's a God, because I didn't get pregnant with this man, and we never used protection. And just being high, and while I'm high, I just lose my inhibitions, and I do things sexually that I wouldn't normally do if I was sober. And so now that I'm sober, I'm trying to grow and learn from my experiences, and I just know that if I do ever be in a relationship, I just know that I need to set boundaries with them sexually, because that's part of my issues that I have. And I feel like I'm talking a lot about a whole bunch of different things, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of history on why I did the things I did, and what I was doing while I was high. But anyways, this is the reason why I'm sober. She's so beautiful. Say hi, Mommy. Hi. Say hi. She is just so awesome. She's so bad. She's everything. I have 2 boys, a 22-year-old and a 10-year-old, and this is my first girl. This is the first granddaughter in our family, so she is spoiled rotten. Oh, and there's a lot there too. You know, when I was on drugs, she stayed with my parents, and I gave them temporary custody. And when they didn't know that I was gonna stay clean, they really tried to keep her from me. And like, there's just a lot there, and I'll talk about that in another video. I'm gonna write down like bullet points, like you know, about my life, because I'm just all over the place today. And I'll come back on and talk about things, not sporadically, just, you know, talk about things from the beginning. But bye, guys. It was nice talking to you, and whoever's listening, I just appreciate this, because it gets a lot off my chest. Even if I'm rambling on, it just helps me. Thank you.